Hey guys, what's up? Back with another video. This time we're gonna do a review of as you can see right in front of you, ROH 9th anniversary show. This was a suggestion from my good friend Beatdown Money, so let's get this underway, shall we? First match we have Colt Cabana taking on Davey Richards in the opener. This is pretty fantastic. This is good. I actually enjoyed this match really much. I enjoyed this match to a certain degree. It had its mixed bag of comedy and mixed in with mixed martial arts submissions and technical wrestling and all that stuff. So it had a mixture of all stuff, and it was pretty good stuff. And it was pretty good stuff, and a really good opener. And Davey Richards gets the win, so pretty cool stuff. I think Davey at this point was coming off the Roddy. Let me try that again. Jesus, sorry. Davey Richards had just come off the Roddy Strong title loss at Final Battle 2010. So this was a good win for Davey and picks up momentum going forward. So yeah, there you go. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry guys about that. Anyhow, next match up we have a four corner survival match. Basically, it's two guys start, two guys on the apron, and they have to tag in and out. Basically, it's like a tag team match, but with a fatal four-way tag team match, basically, without the tag teams. It was Grizzly Redwood taking on Kyle O'Reilly versus Steve Carino versus Mike Bennett. The story of this match was basically that Steve Carino wanted to get Mike Bennett on the right side, make him do the right thing instead of going down the wrong. Basically, Steve Carino was like a friend of Kevin Steen's, and his bad ways led Kevin Steen to getting fired or gone from the company. And he didn't want the same to happen to Mike Bennett, so he wanted Mike Bennett to go down the right path instead of the wrong one. And so that was basically the story of the match. And the other two, Grizzly Redwood and Kyle O'Reilly, were just there to perform moves and be good. This is my first time seeing Grizzly Redwood. I thought he was going to be like a big 300-pound, like I was visioning someone like Luke Harper, you know what I mean, like Grizzly Redwood. But it was a small guy, and I was kind of like weirded out a little bit. I was like, what the hell? Like, I was expecting, I don't know if you've ever had that experience when you've seen a name or something and you've gone like, okay, and you imagined in your head like something, something different to what, and then you eventually see him, he's like, wait, that's that guy, or that's that person, really? So yeah, that was pretty unique to see that. Anyhow, Mike Bennett gets the win here with pinning Carino. Very lackluster. I didn't see it coming. It's either I forgot that what Mike Bennett's finisher was, or this was kind of new at the time because I didn't know what his finisher was. So he pinned Carino with like a Uranagi rock bottom kind of move, and I wasn't expecting it to be the finish. So yeah, pretty lackluster finish, but apart from that, it was alright. Anyway, next matchup we have Michael Elgin making his internet pay-per-view debut in Ring of Honor, taking on Ole El Generico. He looks familiar. I wonder. He looks very familiar. I think I might have seen him before. Anyway, this match, all joking aside, this match was fine. It was the typical big man versus small man match, and El Generico kept getting distracted by Truth Martini, who was the manager of both Roddy Strong and Michael Elgin. So yeah, I think Michael Elgin put up a good effort in defeat in this match. El Generico, of course, was coming off the Kevin Steen feud at this point and getting rid of Kevin Steen for a little bit. So El Generico was going up in the ranks. And Michael Elgin was making his kind of like his pay-per-view debut, so the finish kind of protected Elgin in defeat, basically where he got rolled up for the pin. and then he immediately beat Al Generico up afterwards. And, Roddy Strong came out, the ROH World Champion. So this match was fine, by the way. Now we're leaning on to the next one. We transition to the next match. Roddy Strong came out and he cut a promo after him and Elgin beat up Homicide. After him and Elgin beat up Generico, he basically cut a promo on Homicide, his opponent. Basically said he's going to beat him later tonight. And then Homicide came out. Homicide came out and said, why wait until later? We can do it right now. And Strong was like, no, I'm not doing it right now. And then Homicide, did he dive through the ropes? And then the referee just rang the bell. So, sucks to be you, Roddy. Your world title's on the line right now. So, the scheduled main event was supposed to be Homicide versus Roddy Strong for the ROH World Championship in a street fight. But they did it right here, right now. And, probably the right decision. A lot of craziness going on. Anyway, this match was pretty fucking cool. I like, typical hardcore stuff, crowd brawling, chairs, some table action, Truth Martini getting involved, which is the manager of Roddy Strong. And in the end, the interference, from Truth Martini and Michael Logan, led to the defeat of Homicide. It was too much for Homicide to handle, and Roddy Strong puts Homicide away with the stick kick and the what's that move called? Where he basically does a suplex into a backbreaker. I forgot what it's called. Anyway, it's his finishing move. Anyway, it's his finishing move, and he puts him away. He retains the title. So that was pretty cool. It was a good match. A little bit too much, maybe a little bit interference, but I kind of expected it considering it was anything goes. So another fantastic bout and crazy ROH World Championship match. Next match on the card, we had Sarah Del Rey versus Mischief. This was a showcase match for the women. It wasn't that much. It was it kind of to me felt like what a lot of people think AEW Dynamite is, where here's the women's action. We're gonna bring out the women now, and the women showcased. I think it was like a 6-minute match or something, maybe even less, and Sarah Del Rey got the pin. Some impressive moves, but I don't think the crowd really cared too much. And Sarah Del Rey got the win. And then afterwards, she spat at Mischief. So Mischief, in response, sprayed her with green mist. So yeah, pretty cool stuff right there. And it stuck. Sarah Del Rey got her comeuppance. So that was pretty. For what it was fine. Then we had the next match. We had the All Night Express of Kenny King and Red Tigers taking on Claudio Castanoli and Chris Hero for the tag team titles, the Kings of Wrestling. This match was a good match, made great by the crowd. The crowd made this chant every time Claudio would do anything. If Claudio would tag in, they would say, "Hey, ole!" or "Hey!" And then every time we would do a move, "Hey!" And then when he'd load up to do a move, "Oh, hey!" And Claudio was getting annoyed because he was a heel. He kept telling him shut up, but that only made him louder. Pretty fun stuff. The match itself was pretty fun too. It was really slow paced at first, and it built throughout the match and became this really great match towards the end. Pretty cool match, and the Kings of Wrestling retained the tag titles with the illegal elbow pads that had something in it. Chris Hero elbows Kenny King in the head and pins him. So, Claudio gets the pin, but behind the referee's back, you know what I mean? So, yeah, pretty cool stuff, and pretty cool stuff, just awesome stuff. Then we had the 2 out of 3 falls, 30-minute time limit television championship match between Eddie Edwards and Christopher Daniels. Christopher Daniels is the champion, Eddie Edwards is the challenger. This match was pretty cool. You could tell it was going to go 30 minutes because they kept saying it's going to be it's a 30-minute time limit draw. It's a 30-minute time limit match. 2 out of 3 falls. So, they they did the best they could, but I think for me personally, when it comes to these kind of matches, when it's like an Iron Man match or like a time limit match, and he says, "Oh, this match is gonna go 30 minutes," it's like, to me personally, it's like, okay, this match is gonna go 30 minutes. So it is very hard sometimes to get me invested in a match that's gonna go 30 minutes or more when the match is literally like, "Oh, this match will go 30 minutes." It's like, okay, so I don't need to be in, fully focused, if that makes any sense, on the entire match. Like, I can kind of, because it's going to be a feeling out process, so to speak. And they did their best. They're really cool stuff, and I think they went to the 25-minute mark before the first fall before Christopher Daniels got the first fall. Then Eddie Edwards got another fall, with 2 minutes remaining, and then they basically did a time limit draw. But because apparently Christopher Daniels won the title from Eddie Edwards on TV, which was a 15-minute time limit. When Eddie Edwards, they went to a time limit draw. Eddie Edwards was like, "No, I don't want to win that way." Restarting the match, fight went 5 more minutes, and Christopher Daniels won. On this occasion, Daniels got busted open, and they said that he might have gotten knocked out and he didn't know where he is. So, and he got busted open. So they were like, the crowd were chanting 5 more minutes, and then of course the referees and all that stuff had to come out and say "Nah, this dude is fucked up, man, and he ain't gonna do 5 minutes." So unfortunately, they didn't do 5 minutes, and it was fine. It was what it was. It was a lot of drama towards the end, and set up for a good rematch potentially down the line. It was what it was. So I thought that was good. And then, of course, the main event of the evening was the Briscoe boys of Mark and Jay Briscoe taking on the world's greatest tag team, or the wrestling's greatest tag team, as they were known in Ring of Honor. They also have the cover of the DVD. Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin versus the Briscoes. This match rules, man. I really enjoyed it. It started off as a lot of ROH matches do, with because it was a dream match, so they kind of had it was babyface versus babyface, so it wasn't really, it was like feeling each other out for the first couple of minutes, and then the Briscoes kind of working heel a little bit, but not too much, and then, all pack out craziness at the end, and it was an awesome match, and then the world's greatest tag team pick up the victory, so they get the tag team title shot at the Kings of Wrestling at the April 1st show, 2011, which I haven't got on DVD, so I don't know why I'm telling you that information for now. Anyhow, yeah, this match was fantastic. I love this match. Really good stuff. The Briscoes, always love the Briscoes, and Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin really brought it on this occasion, and they ended up winning the match. So yeah, pretty cool stuff. And then they basically shook hands afterwards, and they hugged, and they raised each other's arms, and that's how the show went off the air. And pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff to the 9th anniversary show. Really love this show. Anyway, so that's it, guys. I gave this show a 9 out of 10. Really love this show, apart from a couple of small little things like, the women's showcase match, but, it was okay, but, it didn't feel like, it felt like, hey, here's a women's match, for 6 minutes or whatever. So, apart from that, everything else was really good. I really enjoyed the main event. A lot of interest, a lot of great wrestling on this show, and, yeah, pretty cool stuff. So, thanks, Pete Dunn Buddies, for suggesting this, and I'll see you again next time, right here, and I'm out.